What's up, Hattiesburg? It's your girl, Miracle Jennings, back with all the vibes for Southern Miss today. If you're tuned in, get ready to ride the wave because we've got a show that's going to keep you on your toes. From the hottest stories to some major surprises, we're bringing all the energy today. Stick around because I've got a very special guest lineup that you do not want to miss. Plus, we're diving deep into what makes Southern Miss the place to be. Don't even think about moving. We're coming in hot with more fun, excitement, and all things Southern Miss right after this.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mississippi Beverages. Mississippi Beverages provides water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mississippi Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mississippi Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ed Simpson, Director of the School of Media and Communication at USM. Join me on Southern Miss Radio Friday afternoons at 12:30 for a new show, News You Need. On News You Need, USM students will discuss current events and why those events are important to them. Listen in on how the future citizens of the U.S. consider news and how those news events affect their lives. Join me for News You Need, Fridays at 12:30 on Southern Miss Radio.
All right, Southern Miss fam, welcome back to the show that's got you covered with all the buzz on campus and beyond. I hope you're ready to dive into today's lineup because we've got some seriously fun stuff to keep you in the loop. So buckle up, grab your favorite drink, and let's get right into it. First up, mark your calendars. The Hatchery is hosting Coffee with an Entrepreneur on Wednesday, October 16th from 12:15 to 1 p.m. Ken Oliver, a financial advisor right here from Hattiesburg, will be sharing his inspiring journey. Diagnosed with multiple myeloma in 2015, he turned his struggle into something powerful, founding Laughs for Life. This event has raised over $1.2 million for myeloma research while bringing top comedians to the stage. So come through for some coffee, some laughs, and a whole lot of inspiration. Next, it's time to put your thinking caps on because Trivia Night is coming at you Wednesday, October 16th at 6:30 p.m. at the Touchdown Club at The Rock. Get ready to show off all that random knowledge that finally comes in handy. From USM history to pop culture, it's all fair game. Think you've got what it takes to take the crown? Round up your squad and let the trivia battle begin. Bragging rights are at stake. Calling all music lovers, the Jazz Lab bands are ready to blow your mind this Wednesday at 7:30 at Bennett Auditorium. They've got a mix of classic and fresh jazz beats that'll have you snapping your fingers and tapping your feet. Trust me, this is the perfect midweek pick-me-up. Thursday is all about homecoming karaoke. Yes, you heard that right. It's happening from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Powerhouse Courtyard. Whether you're a show singer or the next Beyonce, now's your chance to take the stage and shine. Sing your heart out, gather your friends, and compete for some epic homecoming points. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. But wait, there's more. Friday, October 18th is packed with excitement. First up, for all you artist lovers or art lovers out there, join us for a full day of visual art activities. It's your chance to get creative and learn about all the degree opportunities in the arts at Southern Miss. High school students, community college students, and inspiring artists, this one's for you. And now let's talk about the wildest, wackiest homecoming tradition, the fountain sit. That's right, Friday at 12 p.m., teams are sending their bravest members to sit in the campus fountain, and let's just say it's going to get wild. They'll be doing challenges, answering trivia, and battling to see who can stick it out the longest. It's wet, it's messy, and it's hilarious. Trust me, you do not want to miss this. Head to Shoemaker Square for all the action and a good laugh. Friday night just keeps the party going. At 6 p.m., Spirit Park is transforming for the homecoming edition of Friday night. We're talking live music, performances from the Pride of Mississippi, the Southern Misses, and the Dixie Darlings, and food vendors that'll make your mouth water. This is the place to kick off your homecoming weekend, so grab your friends, grab your tailgating gear, and head to Spirit Park for a night of fun, food, and school spirit. Lastly, Hattiesburg, the Souls for Soul Shoe Drive is back. Christian Services and the Savvy Pair are teaming up to collect new and gently worn shoes for those in need. Last year, they collected over 300 pairs. You've got until tomorrow, Thursday, October 17th, to donate, and you'll even get 15% off your next purchase at the Savvy Pair. It's a win-win. Help the community and treat yourself. And that's your news roundup, folks. But don't go anywhere. We still got sports, weather, and a few surprises waiting for you on the other side of this break. Southern Miss Today will be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, Southern Miss fans. You already know what time it is. It's Eagle Sports time, and this isn't just any game. It's homecoming. Get ready for the big showdown as our Southern Miss Golden Eagles take on Arkansas State Red Wolves this Saturday, October 19th at The Rock. This game is going to be electric. Fans decked out in black and gold, the stands packed, and the energy off the charts. Our Eagles are ready to bring the heat, so you better be ready to cheer them on to victory. From intense tackles to game-changing plays, Southern Miss is here to show why we're unstoppable. Don't forget to hit up Spirit Park before the game for live music, food trucks, and all the homecoming hype. It's the perfect pregame party to get everyone amped before kickoff. That's a wrap for Eagle Sports. Keep that Southern Miss spirit strong, and as always, Southern Miss to the top. For more information on USM Sports, visit southernmiss.com. All right, Southern Miss, it's time for your weather update, and today's looking gorgeous. We've got cooler temperatures in the mid-60s with clear skies and plenty of sunshine. It's a perfect day to be outside. Whether you're headed to class, grabbing lunch, or hanging out on campus, enjoy that crisp fall air. Tonight, expect it to cool down even more, so you might want to grab a light jacket if you're out and about. That's your weather update. Stay sunny, Southern Miss, and keep those positive vibes shining bright. Up next, we have Mississippi Moments produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage with Johnny Balter on his time as a machinist apprentice for the Railroad and Army during World War II.
This is Mississippi Moments, produced by the Center for Oral History and Cultural Heritage at the University of Southern Mississippi and supported by the Mississippi Humanities Council. I'm Bill Ellison. When Johnny Balzer graduated high school, his father insisted he work for the Illinois Central Railroad. He explains how that experience as a machinist apprentice kept him out of a foxhole during World War II.
My father, he says, you're going to go work for the railroad. I had other things I was going to go do. You're going to the railroad. Well, when I went for the railroad, I got 2 years in. I got my apprenticeship on all the machines. And then, of course, the war came along, and I went into the Army. And when I went to Camp Shelby, they asked me what I did in civilian life, and I said I was a machinist apprentice, which I was, still was. And they said, would you like to do that in the Army? I said, I think I would. And so they sent me to an ordnance company in North Carolina, Fort Bragg, and found out that those 2 years were adequate, more than adequate for what I was doing in the Army. Look, if it hadn't have been for that railroad, when I got into the Army, I could have been in the Emperor and had my head shot off.
Bill Ellison hosts Voices of Our People, World War II, a new podcast from Mississippi Moments, sponsored by the Mississippi Humanities Council. That's Voices of Our People, World War II, wherever you get your podcasts.
That was your Mississippi Moment for today. Coming up, we have the pleasure of hearing from Cody Abedy, so stick with us while we hear a message from one of our sponsors.
Sponsorship for Southern Miss Today comes from Mr. Sippy Beverages. Mr. Sippy Beverages provides water, water coolers, and coffee service throughout South Mississippi. Take half of your weight in pounds. That's how many ounces of water you need a day. Mr. Sippy Beverages can help you reach that goal by delivering fresh water to your door. To get more information or to set up a cooler and water delivery, you can call Mr. Sippy Beverages at 601-271-2420, or you can find them online.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back, Southern Miss. We have a very special treat for you all today. Joining us in the studio is Cody Abity, a dedicated member of the Students Veteran Association, here to talk about an exciting event that recently honored the brave men and women of the United States Navy, the Navy Birthday Celebration. Cody will also share more about the incredible work the SVA is doing on campus. We're going to dive into how this celebration connected our community, veterans, and students. Cody, it's so great to have you here. How are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. Now, for those who might not know, could you start by explaining what the Navy Birthday Celebration is all about and why it's such a significant event?
Well, the Navy's birthday celebration was a excellent celebration of our maritime services birth. We did it a day early, a couple of days early, because his birthday is actually October 13th. It's a celebration of when the Continental Navy was started on October 13th, 1775.
Wow.
So we've been there for quite a while. So we had the USS Biloxi crew out, and we did several celebrations. We had a cake cutting. It was a good time. And the foundation was there and everything else.
Yeah, it sounds like it. What were some of the highlights of this year's event? Did anything stand out to you that made it particularly special?
Well, definitely the USS Biloxi crew stopping by with the foundation. This is actually the first time we've done an event like this. So what we're doing now, I just recently took the position of Assistant Director of Military Affairs and Outreach.
Amazing.
We're going to do this for all the branches' birthdays. And the next one coming up is the Marine Corps' birthday, and that's going to be, we're going to celebrate it on November 7th. But the Marine Corps' birthday is actually November 10th. Again, on a Sunday. So, so we got to celebrate it that early, and then the following day, for November 8th, we're going to have a celebration for veterans, because Veterans Day is at November 11th on a Monday. So it's going to be a big thing. We'll have be grilling and everything else. So.
It sounds very exciting. How did the SVA contribute to making this event so successful? And what role does the SVA play in bringing veterans together on campus?
Well, the SVA participated in giving a little bit of assistance with the tours and everything else. But the Student Veterans Association here, as a campus effort, we have so the Center of Military Veterans, service members and families. So it includes veterans, service members, and families. And this is a good way for everybody to fellowship, talk about shared experiences, have a little bit of fun together, do some outreach, philanthropy events, and things like that as well.
Okay. What do you think were some of the biggest takeaways or moments of connection between veterans and students during the celebration?
I think just that fellowship and getting together, sharing stories, and learning more about each other and where they served. And, you know, there's a lot to that.
It is. It is. Can you tell us a little bit more about the position that you are in?
Oh, yes. As the Assistant Director of Military Affairs and Outreach Coordinator, my primary goal is to get students that are maybe a service member, veteran, or family member using the GI Bill to come to USM and enroll and learn at the best college there is, in my opinion. I graduated here where I was president of the Student Veterans Association as well. But I'm also the liaison for the National Guard and the SVA as well.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have many hats.
Yes, you do.
So.
Now, reflecting on your experience, what was the most meaningful or impactful moment for you at this year's Navy birthday celebration?
Just listening to some of the veterans that came from the Biloxi. You know, the USS Biloxi was a cruiser during World War II. So, we don't have very many World War II veterans around anymore.
Oh,
so
no, we do not.
any chance you get to listen to their stories and listen to history is a really good opportunity, and highly recommend doing so if you haven't before. Maybe your grandfather or someone served that and you should take that opportunity and listen to their stories.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure it's very meaningful and powerful as well to hear their stories. How has being a part of the SVA and participating in events like the Navy birthday celebration deepened your connection to the Navy and to the veteran community here at Southern Miss?
Well, it just ties everything together. I spent 5 years in the Navy when I was from the age of 17 till 22.
Wow.
And then I chose to come to USM because it was the number 3 veteran-friendly school in the U.S. And we still are, but as assistant director, I plan on getting us to that number 1 position.
Oh, you can do it.
Yes, ma'am. But the SVA and the fellowship together just brings veterans, family members, everybody just to that core connection that, college can be rough sometimes.
Yes,
so,
it can.
having that opportunity to talk with somebody or just to de-stress for a little bit, that's an excellent opportunity.
Yes, it is. Beyond the celebration, what are some ways that students, both veterans and non-veterans, can get involved with the SVA and support its mission?
Well, students and veterans and non-veterans, you can participate by just showing up to meetings. When I was president of the Student Veterans Association, we participated into helping with the Special Olympics. We also participated in a Carry the Fallen Ruck March. Now, what that is we had a brick, and it had a name of a fallen soldier, airman, Marine, sailor, their name engraved on it, and we carried that brick in a backpack on a ruck march and then put it in a set location, in honor of them.
Oh, okay.
So we had a good time with that and several other outreach efforts as well.
I'm sure you did. Can you tell us more about the upcoming events or initiatives that the SVA is working on that students might want to look out for?
Yeah, actually, October 29th at 5 p.m., we're going to have a meeting at the Center for Military Veterans Service Members and Families, Quinlan Hammond Hall. It's one of the newest buildings here on campus, and we're going to have a meeting seeing what we need to do for the rest of the year and next year, hold elections, as well as we'll have some food there available for that. So if you plan on attending, please send me an email at cody.abity@usm.edu and RSVP. Let me know you're coming so I can get a accurate amount of food for everybody.
Right. You're definitely going to need that. Now, Cody, what advice would you give to student veterans who might be hesitant about getting involved with the SVA or other campus activities?
You should be involved with the SVA and other campus activities. The more connected you are and more intertwined you are with your community, you don't know what doors that's going to open up.
Absolutely.
From my experience, when I was vice president and then president of the SVA, I put that on my resume, and that took me quite a distance in life. People just see that on your resume and they're like, wow, he can, he's connected and doing things. And no matter what student organization you're a part of, it shows willingness of you to go out and do things maybe out of your comfort level.
Right.
But on a resume, that is very important to an employer as well, because they know, hey, this person's a go-getter.
Right.
He or she isn't afraid of stepping out of her shell and going and accomplishing the mission, so to speak. So,
Well, looking ahead, how do you envision the SVA growing in the future? Any exciting plans for next year's Navy birthday celebration or other new events?
Yes, again, we're going to continue with every branch. We're going to celebrate their birthday. We're going to have a special day dedicated to the National Guard, because I don't know if you've heard this or not.
Right.
But the USM is about to be the center of the study for the National Guard nationwide. And we're going to also have a facility with the National Guard Archives as well. And that's going to be built and located right next to our center as well. So, there's some big things happening at USM, especially military-wise. And we're just planning on getting things going and heading in the right direction.
It all sounds very exciting, that's for sure.
Yes, ma'am. We're going to get that number one position.
Oh, yes, you are. I know y'all can do it. Y'all, it's already yours, honestly.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, thank you so much, Cody, for giving us a closer look into this year's Navy's birthday celebration and the amazing work the Student Veterans Association is doing on campus. It's inspiring to hear how these events continue to build a sense of community and honor the past. For all of our listeners, if you're interested in getting involved with the SVA, stay tuned for more updates and email Cody for sure. Coming up, we have a news wrap with Micah Gibbs reporting on the importance of the flu shots.
It's that time of year again. The temperature is dropping and the leaves are shedding their green hue. For most, it means it's time to break out their favorite sweater. But health professionals advise that people get their COVID shots and their flu shots early this year.
The season usually starts around the beginning of August. However, we did receive them a little earlier this year. It was the end of July, so you want to get it as soon as possible because it takes about 2 weeks for it to actually start working into your system.
According to the Center for Disease Control in 2022 and 2023, Mississippi ranked the lowest nationwide in vaccinations, but ranked second highest with nationwide death rates due to the flu.
It's very important so that your system can start functioning to develop immunity to make sure that it is fighting against the flu as it is developing. And as well, it'll be in your system so that you'll be ready for the season as it starts.
Free flu shots are available to those with medical insurance or through Medicare Part B. If you do not have insurance or Medicare, you will be charged $115 for a senior dose vaccine or $68 for a seasonal vaccine. For more information, visit cvs.com/flu shots. Micah Gibbs, SM2 News.
Thanks again to Cody Abity for joining us to talk about the Navy birthday celebration and the amazing work of the SVA. We appreciate your time and insight. As always, a massive shout out to everyone who makes Southern Miss Today possible. Cara, our audio engineer, Gabby, our film producer, Shania, our program director, Ari, our executive producer, Hannah, our assistant producer, and of course, our general manager, Dr. Martin. We couldn't do it without you guys. I'm your host, Miracle Jennings, signing off. Have an amazing day, and we'll catch you next time on Southern Miss Today.